It's week 3 of the National Football League, and this one features Josh Jacobs. He was steady for them on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a score. It's the Raiders and the Chiefs, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 23.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
Mahomes not wasting time. He'll throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball, let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ross. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Well, this defense for the Raiders, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield, but all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. So now it's the Raiders' turn to go on offense for the first time. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. The Raiders are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's complete to Adams. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there on the keeper at second down. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can.
Touchdown, Raiders! A great play there. His second touchdown of the season. And the Raiders are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. That time a 6-play drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Mahomes firing complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing now is Mahomes.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
Butker's kick here is good. It's still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
Ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell us end it with a kick, right? PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty...
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact on that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time you got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He hits Adams, complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 32-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down at the 31. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll take this close to a 1st down at the Chiefs' 24. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
That's to his running back, complete. And he is going to have a Raiders 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
That coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, but when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Try to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. The offense on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Jacobs going to try the middle, and he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. But a short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
This is caught. Touchdown. Great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 5th of the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And he pushed it right. It's no good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. This time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes, he finds his man, Sky Moore. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Mahomes. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ross. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 28. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And again, it's Mahomes. Escaping, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Mahomes going to throw. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Steps away to his left. And he'll just get right up. Rams on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Butker's kick here is good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, when you're losing, any points you see going to board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
2nd and long. And this one is incomplete.
Conventional wisdom says, hey, but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They try to get it all back on that one. Unable to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play. That means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Running Jacobs. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Raiders now to take over. Last week they defeated the Broncos, and they've got the lead here as well as they work with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
Here's back-to-back catches for Davante Adams.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. On play action, they'll throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw, and that is incomplete. Force bearing down on him there. He could not handle it. It's 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And that's complete to Adams. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Counter play with Jacobs. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Adams. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays.
And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out. And
he's got a man, complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 39, Mahomes. This one is caught. It's Moore. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 21. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Kadarius Toney from 21 yards away. And the Chiefs have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Butker is on target. And cut the lead down to a touchdown. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's Kadarius Toney who caps things with a touchdown reception. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Raiders have the ball back, and here comes Devontae Adams to the field again. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And they're going to get this up to midfield. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 38-yard line. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Once again, it's Jacobs. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 31. This offense so far on 3rd down third and 1. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Jacobs with a carry on first down as he'll get about 3 there before he's taken down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of this team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Able to find Waller, that's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now, that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking out play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second, third levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. He'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time. He's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I'm going to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly.
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line.
It was Frank Clark that time who got in there to bring him down.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Gets past 1 man. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Looking to throw is Mahomes. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 25 yards there on the catch and run. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Mahomes now to throw.
Another catch for Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Mahomes.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
On the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So they got their touchdown. Now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Second down, Jacobs once more. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Here's Jacobs, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. 50 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame. The recipe's pretty simple, I think. You can give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force it.
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a counter on this game.
And that touchdown, Charles, with very little time remaining, boy, it just sucked any energy and momentum out of the other sideline.
Yeah, take an incredible comeback in the final minute to bring this one back to even. A great series there offensively. They saw an opportunity to slam the window shut, and they followed through.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
KC's offense ready to take over.
They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
And that pick six, that was the first turnover forced by the defense in this ballgame, CD.
And what's even better is when they finally forced one, they kept the effort up and were able to return it for a score. They could hear their defensive coaches saying to them, hey, getting the interception's great. Can you do more with it? Turn it into a big play. And they did exactly that.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into